All right, well, I will call the March 10th, 2026 Pleasant Ridge City Commission meeting to order. Let's have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could we have roll call?
Mayor Scott.
Here.
Commissioner Budnick.
Here.
Commissioner Lenko.
Here.
Commissioner Perry.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmier.
Here.
All right, let's go on to public discussion. Please.
I'll be happy to lead it off.
Thank you.
Sure you know all of me. I'm Joe Papillion. I own the property at 6 Woodward Heights, Pleasant Ridge. And I'm here again about our good neighbor Knox. You may remember in July of last year, one of the delivery services for Knox took out a hedge of my neighbor Dan Howe. That was on July 11th. And I sent an email to you with some photos. In fact, one of the photos included a copy of the hedge being attached to the vehicle. And then I did follow up with Dan Howe, my neighbor. And I did again today, asking if he'd heard anything from Knox, and particularly Roy Source, whom you may remember pledged his cooperation of being a good neighbor. Dan said the only communication he had was back in August of last year about someone supposedly scheduled to come out and take a look, but he said he's heard nothing. So it's been about 9 or 10 months since the incident. I doubt anything's been done with leaving the scene of a property damage accident. I'm not concerned about that. I'm just concerned that there's no follow-up on it, and supposedly our pledge of being a good neighbor by Mr. Source was worthless.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if anything is expected or if you consider the matter closed. If you do, I'll just close my file and won't harass you anymore with this.
Jim, any?
Well, it's Chief Reed can give an update.
Sure, thank you.
Lieutenant Tyler followed up on this, spoke with the victim, and the victim did not want anything done on the police side whatsoever. He said that he had spoken with Knox, and Knox was gonna deal with whatever, but it was no longer a police matter. It was more of a civil issue that was gonna go on between the two of them. But Lieutenant Tyler did follow up on that while we were in here during that meeting that time. I actually checked with him then, and then he double-checked after that last meeting. I believe, was that probably November, October, November,
I remember.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So, as far as a police matter, the victim did not want any criminal charges pursued, so.
Okay.
Which is fine, but the chief is correct. The fact there was supposed to be some follow-up by Knox, and that never happened. So I don't know if you have any leverage over Knox. I certainly don't. I mean, I have them as a neighbor at my Ferndale property, unfortunately. So.
That's gonna be more on the gentleman down the way. That's gonna be on him. I don't think that.
You mean the
It's an
victim?
enforcement action. I don't feel that the police, we can't force them.
No, and I'm not asking the police to do that. But I mean, that's kind of typical of the type of behavior we have with the Knox people. I mean, they're kind of not adhering to the rules and regulations. Okay, thanks
right.
very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment tonight?
I know I've met all of you before. My name's Chris Gilmer Hill. I'm actually a Detroit resident, but I am a candidate for our shared state house seat here in District 8. I'm here again with a couple of petitions. I know I've talked about those before, but we're nearing the end of the period to gather signatures for two really exciting ballot measures here in Michigan. There's one that would limit the influence of corporate money in our state politics. It would do that by banning contributions from any regulated utility monopoly, so that's DTE consumers, or any company that has more than $250,000 contract with the state. So trying to get money out of our politics from people that are attempting to influence their own regulators. The other one it's called Invest in Michigan Kids. It would create a new 5% tax on income over $1 million and then constitutionally lock that money into the school aid budget, which would allow us to raise a lot more money for really vital things in our public school system. So I'm really excited about both of those. I'd be happy to chat with anyone here who hasn't already signed them. And yeah, if you would like to sign, there's still time. I have both of them here. Yeah, great to meet you all.
Thank you. All right, any others? We'll go on to the liaison reports. Commissioner Lenko.
Thank you, Mayor. So no update from last time. The next time the Planning Commission DDA meet will be April 27th. So it's always the last Monday on a quarterly basis in these chambers at 7 p.m. So we'll have more for you next time.
Thank you.
Or the time after that. that is.
The time after. Commissioner Schmier and Historical.
Thank you, Mayor. The museum will be open March 21st, which is not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, 10 until noon. So it will be open. 100-year houses, 1926. My house is 100 years old.
Cool. Are you getting a
Tile?
tile?
Of course I'm getting a tile. Anyway, tiles are for tiles are for sale.
Are you
Letters
getting a
went
gray
out.
tile? Are you getting a special tile or just a
We're
tile?
not all as special as you, Mayor Scott. We do not all get fancy.
I have to
or-
wait until 1952
Yes.
or 2052 for my tile.
Seriously. So I think we actually are running a little bit low on tiles. Kirsten, are they totally gone? No. Okay, so a few left. And then the new batch is coming in May. So whenever you want to buy a tile, whether you just turned 100, whether your house was 100 in the past, you can come to City Hall or you can come to the museum when it's open and get your tile. And if it's during the period where we're waiting for a new delivery, it should only be a couple weeks. And that is all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Budnick and Recreation.
Thank you, Mayor. First, the swim team registration and towel orders are quickly approaching, so the deadline to register for both is March the 31st at 3 p.m. These are always a hot one. You'll probably see by the end of the year 50 of them sitting in the lost and found. Luckily, you can get your name on them, so that's a nice, yes, that's a nice feature. Summer Day Camp and LIT registration begins on Monday, April the 6th at 8 a.m. Camps and field trips are available to preview online, and Shawnee and Kaya, they've organized a ton of stuff, and the field trips range anything from Cedar Point to anything you can really think of. There's always fun stuff that they're taking the kiddos to do. Drop-in programs, we have a few here. Euchre is the first and third Tuesdays at 2 p.m. and the second and fourth Mondays at 6 p.m. We then also have Mahjong, Thursdays at 1 p.m. and ping pong is Fridays at 10 a.m. And then our one of our favorite gentlemen that comes in residence, Ted will be happy about this one, American Sign Language. That's Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Is Ted still
He is. I'm surprised.
partaking?
He's not here.
Yeah. And then kind of rounding this off, Shop the Weekend is going to be Friday, May the 8th. There's a teen-to-teen sale. That's from 5 to 8 p.m. on, once again, Friday the 8th.
Super cool.
That'll be fun. And that is at the community center. And then Saturday, May the 9th is, of course, the coveted citywide garage sale. And you'll have signs that are available for purchase beginning on April the 6th. And then last Sunday, or no, this is also Saturday, May the 9th, we have the Mom to Mom sale at the community center. So, fun-packed weekend. And for all the water aerobics lovers, we have, this will be 5 times a week. We're going to be hosting this summer. So Monday and Wednesdays with Victoria, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday with Beth O'Keefe. Class times have changed a bit to Monday, Thursday at 12 p.m., and then Saturday is 10 a.m. So the space is limited for these, and registration begins on May the 4th. And then last, the Ridger will be coming out. So look for the spring edition, end of the month. And that's there's an easy access to it if you'd like something beforehand or just to peruse online. That version is available on the city's website and pretty easy to find. If you go take a look there. What did I miss?
That's it. The only thing I can think of is the scholarship opportunities. I didn't know, Ann, would you talk about them? The foundation
Sure.
and
Yes,
Women's
the
Club. 'Cause
Pleasant
those
Ridge Found,
deadlines.
the Pleasant Ridge Foundation and the Women's Club both have very generous scholarships open, and I think they're this is the time to be applying for them. I know they award them. The deadline's probably coming up in April.
In March.
Is in
It
March.
is. I think one's the 30th and one's the 27th.
So in March,
On
so
the back
get
page.
yours. It's in the back on the back page of the Ridger.
It is.
Okay, so make sure to get, or any seniors you guys, high school seniors you guys know around town, make sure to touch base with them. I reached out to a couple because I think, they don't always read the Ridger. And, but they are very generous scholarships, and as community kids, it's a really fun opportunity. I know the women's club one is for any kid who it doesn't matter what school they go to, but who lives within this Ferndale school district. And so make sure to get to reach out. You can reach out to me or to Sean. You said it's on the back page of the Ridger?
It is, and it's on the city's webpage, too.
So it has all the information on how to apply or how to contact the people to apply.
It does, yeah. And that's also good for trade school, too. So not necessarily
Yeah,
just kind of-
exactly. Yes, the scholarships I know are cash. So there's things that are great because they can help with books. They can help with, like, if you're moving into a dorm, they can help with bedding. They can help with anything. So it's great.
Thanks.
Or tools if it's a trade school thing.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Do you need a partner for euchre, or is it
I
part?
do not know if it's drop-in, so Raj Tulane kind of coordinates that, and they have like a drawing system for the first rounds, and then you switch by winners. after
Got it.
that.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All
That
right.
deadline for the women's club scholarship is April the 6th.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
And then what about the foundation? Is that on that back page too?
I was just using the
Okay.
city's website, so that was
Okay.
all as far as I got.
Okay,
Maybe check
They're
on
very
the foundation
close.
website.
Oh, yeah.
closing.
All right. I'll look it up while we're doing
It's March 27th.
Thank you.
Commissioner Perry, Arts
Thank you.
Council.
Thanks, Mayor. So the Arts Council had a very exciting month. Not only did we select a mural, someone to paint a mural on the DPW barn wall, which is a big one. We have selected John Donovan. But then we also had the Super Fun Art Party, which was an amazing event. We had over 18 artists show their work, and everybody got 3 minutes to talk and present their stuff, put a couple slides up. It really ended up, as always, being super fun. There was pizza and beer and wine for everybody to enjoy, or water. And then, but we had we had painters, photographers, we had, writers and like musicians perform. We had a Redford Theater, one of the guys who helps run that, talked about that and what's going on in Berkeley with the vintage movies and stuff. And then printmakers, modern stained glass people. It was a really great variety of people, and really, it was fun to see all the support from the community too. Everybody came out to just sort of see the artists and applaud their work. Our next meeting is going to be March 18th, and right here in City Hall at 4:30.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right, and on to Ferndale Public Schools.
Good evening, Commissioners. Mark De Laverne, Ferndale School Board trustee. A few notes for tonight. First, last week, March 4th, we held our State of the District at Ferndale Upper. The idea was around the table. Basically, we had probably about 65, 70 people. Tables all around. Everybody kind of gave feedback, and then Superintendent Hibbler gave a presentation, really data-driven presentation. If you weren't able to make it, the presentation will be on the website probably hopefully within the next week with the video, the color, because it's a lot of data, and Superintendent Hibbler did a really great job of being transparent, talking about some of the tough issues that we're facing, and explaining what we're doing to address them, as well as the improvements that are happening. Additionally, she's really excited about this pun she came up with, Soup with the Soup. That was the original, at the State of the District, we had soup. She'll be doing this on a monthly basis. The first one will be at Roosevelt, the administrative building, so people can just drop in and talk to Superintendent Hibbler about issues. It won't be a presentation, it'll just be kind of office hours for Superintendent Hibbler.
Nice.
Another month, another great athletic achievement to share. Ferndale High School boys basketball team crowned district champions. Had a really great season. Had a challenge in the playoffs, but a really tough team, but a really great season for those kids. On the arts side, this is the big weekend. Wizard of Oz will be debuting at Ferndale High School. The shows will be Saturday night, 7:30, Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Then next Friday, March 20th at 7:30, March 21st, 7:30 on Saturday night, and then Sunday at 3 p.m. The URL is very large. You go to onstagetickets.com/show/ if you go either to the Facebook page or Ferndale High School, the links will be up there to get tickets.
Excellent.
Good news, the big project remaining in the 2020 bond project, which is the new Performing Arts Center and the renovations to the auditorium to like significantly increase the capacity, will be starting as soon as that last show is on 3 p.m. The bad news is we've had to close the drop-off for the high school right in front of the high school. Week one's gone well because we have 1 million people out there between our staff, Ferndale Police Department, construction people. Next week we'll probably get a little more hairy as no parents are out there. So appreciate everybody's understanding and patience as we go through those changes. There might be some impacts on the middle school drop-off as well. But weather's getting great, so hopefully your kids can start walking and not having to drive as much as well. And then lastly, we'll probably have Superintendent Hibbler come in and do a presentation, but there will be a enhancement millage for Oakland County on the ballot in this August. It'll be a 1.5 mil, 1.5 mil, which will bring about $3 million annually to Ferndale School District if passed. It's a countywide millage, has to obviously pass countywide. Had enough support of school boards from across the county in order to get onto the ballot itself. Superintendent Hilbert will talk a lot more on the reason why, but a lot of it is because Oakland County is the only county in this 3-county area that does not have a operational millage on there. So many teachers will start here and then go over to Macomb County. I mean, it's just a thing that we just lose teachers over there just due to the fact that they're able to pay more. So obviously it would be significantly ability for us to, both recruit but also retain so many of the great teachers we have. The data that we came through the state of the district just shows how great our teaching staff is and how the kids love so many of the teachers there. But able to increase programming, increase special ed, a number of things that we're just not able to do with our budget today. So definitely hear more on that, but excited that that's at least moving forward. Any questions I can answer?
No, I'll just give a quick shout out to the folks that work in food nutrition services. I was on a plane on Saturday morning. I was the directors for Oakland and Macomb County. Amazing how many thousands of meals that they have to prepare every day that are special meals that we don't think about.
Yeah.
Of the roughly 400,000 students between the two counties. And they gave praise to Ferndale for the way that you guys are doing food. So it's not easy. Nothing's easy, but it's...
My daughter's one of the biggest critics, so sort of elevating the bar for her board. No, they do a fantastic job there, being able to try new things and offer a diverse menu to all the schools across the board.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Thanks, everybody. I got to run to pick my daughter, but
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
All right. Oh, yes,
Just
please.
on one side note, thanks Mark for that, but we did have 2 female wrestlers that placed at states. Third place and seventh place. And Lainey, that placed 7th, is a staff person at the rec center.
Wow.
And then we do have, Jim, you might know a little bit more, but the boys swim team is having a really awesome season. A couple all-state swims there as well too, so.
Nice.
And they are Pleasant Ridge swimmers too.
All right.
So sorry.
That's awesome.
I know, just like to
little more
tie that all in.
All right. On to governmental reports.
Good evening. Good evening. Keep this rather short because it's been another good month. Not a lot going on. Just want to let everyone know that the one thing that is going on are the scams. We just had another person come in who had student loans taken out in his name, and he said, no, I don't go to Southern Utah University. I live in Pleasant Ridge. So just a reminder, you can get that free credit report every single year by going to annualcreditreport.com. If you don't have the internet, because we do have some residents that say, I don't have the internet, swing on by, we'll get you the address, and you can send it in and get your credit report. But definitely a good idea to check that, make sure that you don't have any accounts that you didn't know were opened in your name. Other than that, it is getting to be the season. I haven't received any calls or emails yet, but the officers were informed at our staff meeting the other day that one of our high priorities will be the loud noise on Woodward, because it is getting warmer You can already hear it outside this evening.
It
And
was loud last night.
Yeah.
yeah, I got one last night at about 6 o'clock. So I was out on the road stopping people with loud mufflers and exhaust. So Officer Farhat is out there right now doing that. But just so you know, that is a priority. The officers know it, and we will be working on that. So I'm here for any questions you may have.
I think we're good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Any other governmental reports? Nope. Okay. We'll go on to the consent agenda. Have a motion?
Mayor, I move that the consent agenda be approved.
Second.
Any thoughts? All right, let's take a vote.
Commissioner Perry,
Yes.
Commissioner Schmier,
Yes.
Commissioner Budnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Lenko,
Yes.
Mayor Scott.
Yes, the motion carries. On to Oakland County Treasurer's Office foreclosure prevention statement.
Yes.
That's a lot.
It is. Robert Wittenberg's office sent us this. They wanted it to be read into the record. So here the Oakland County Treasurer's Office is in the final stretch of our foreclosure prevention efforts. The tax foreclosure deadline for the 2023 and or prior year taxes is on March 31st, 2026. That means if these taxes aren't paid off by March 31st or any interested party hasn't entered into a repayment schedule with the Treasurer's Office by then, the property will be foreclosed. Since December of 2025, the Treasurer's Office has conducted over 1,000 taxpayer assistant meetings to assist taxpayers with keeping their properties by working with them to get on a repayment schedule and or by identifying resources that may be beneficial to them and their situation. We are here to help and strongly encourage taxpayers to contact us before the tax foreclosure deadline if they have delinquent taxes for 2023 and or prior tax years. Taxpayers interested in scheduling a taxpayer assistant meeting may call us at 248-858-0611, or they may visit www.oakgov.com/treasurer. Thank you, Robert Wittenberg.
Thank you.
And it's important to let everybody know that if you are delinquent on your taxes, they go to the county for resolution. We won't necessarily know what happens after they go to them. Really keep touch with what's happening with your tax record. You might have missed, especially for those people that are on payment plans, you might have missed a payment, and it could go on that you've missed it, and you'll have to correct that 1, 2, 3 years later. You might even get a foreclosure notice because of a small payment you missed 3 years earlier. So definitely, if you're a homeowner, just check your tax record. It's actually not hard to log on to BS&A to do that and figure that out.
Or call me and I'm
Or call.
happy to let you know.
There you go. Okay. On to short-term rentals.
We need, oh, no. Yep, sorry. Motion for that. That's, sorry, I got confused.
No worries.
You want to take this one?
Thanks.
Go for it.
In your packet are two ordinances for introduction that reflect City Commission input from short-term rental deliberations over the past 9 months. There's two ordinances that would regulate the operation of short-term rentals within the city. One is a zoning amendment that would allow short-term rentals only in the multiple family and commercial districts, while also allowing non-conforming uses elsewhere in the city to continue subject to licensing requirements. The licensing ordinance sets short-term rental operation and management requirements. There's a summary of the ordinances in the agenda packet. I won't go through point by point. I'll let you guys tell me what you think about the various requirements, but the highlights are annual licensing for a short-term rental will be required in addition to landlord licensing. Short-term rentals would cover the short-term rental opportunity, and landlord licensing could be for any term. Operational requirements: 2 adults per bedroom, occupancy of maximum of 8 people, quiet hours requirements starting at 8 p.m., prohibitions on fireworks, open burning, commercial events, subletting, etc. Exemptions, licensing requirements do not apply to occupancy by family members, exchange students, temporary visitors, medical or child caregivers, house sitters, etc. There is a posting requirement that's been added after some City Commission discussion at previous meetings that operators must post a printed notice in a conspicuous interior location indicating all of these operating requirements and enforcement standards. The zoning and density limitations in the zoning ordinance would again establish that these can be only in the residential or multiple family and commercial districts. Existing short-term rentals in residential, single-family residential districts may continue as long as they are licensed, as long as they submit for a short-term rental license within the 90-day window of the effective date of the ordinance, and that they can prove that they have in fact used the unit as a short-term rental previously. So I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing. Monitoring and enforcement. We'll bring this to you with the ordinances themselves when they're ready for approval. But we would need to contract with Granicus. We've examined the different alternatives that exist. Granicus offers a short-term rental monitoring and enforcement module. They crawl continuously all of the short-term rental sites and identify ones that are being listed. They have enforcement and licensing modules, which we will most likely use. They can begin enforcement actions on our behalf when they find a short-term rental that is unlicensed. So that is something that we will need. There's, I think, 70 to 90 short-term rental listing sites out there, so, and there's no way that we can monitor all of them. The way that people list these, they come and they go, so you might check once a day, but you'll miss listings. So we'll need that service. The requested action is referral of the zoning amendment to the Planning Commission for them to hold a public hearing and then make a recommendation to you. And then at that point, the City Commission can hold your public hearings for the zoning and licensing ordinances and consider them for approval. So at this point, these are ordinances that are being introduced. If there's any comments, questions, changes you would like to see to them, certainly now is the time to identify those. We've tried to capture all of the comments from previous iterations and discussions. So happy to keep going with those changes if needed.
I thought it looked great. My only concern, although it looks like it actually is covered, was making sure that as part of that posting in a conspicuous place that we were also including quiet hours, things like that. But it looks like in the list it says all information included in 3, so it just pushes you back up. So it looks like all of that is going to need to be posted in a conspicuous place, which I appreciate, so thank you. Other than that, all of my suggestions or things we had talked about in the past have been covered. So I think this is a great version. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Thank you. Regarding that posting, I would request that we as a city come up with the actual document and post what gets posted so that we make sure the things really are on there at a very visible type, in a very visible way, so that they can't, that's not subject to someone saying, oh, well, this, this very small font that we are putting up and something. I mean, I think there is a template that we could come up with that maybe we'll have then a couple blanks that they need to fill in. Because
If I may to add,
I just want to make sure that it is consistent and that it is very clear.
Commissioner Lenko.
yeah, I was going to say to add, that's a good idea with the posting, and maybe we require that be part of the electronic posting on every, so there's no cognitive dissonance with the renter either. Like the rules are all square when they're signing up for the deal, and they're we've had input in it. And,
Yeah, I think that's what I was referring to in an email this over the weekend is in section 9, if it could be that the postings are, that those requirements are also on the platforms. So that when people agree that they've at least seen them before they get there.
Yes, Mayor. If I could.
Budnick.
Yeah. When Jim's ready, just a point of clarification.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Sure. If a legally non-conforming short-term rental stops renting but continues renewing its license, does the ordinance allow that use to continue indefinitely, or should we add an abandonment period to terminate the non-conforming status?
That's a practical question. And proving abandonment can be challenging.
So you're suggesting that annually they are renewing their short-term license, but they are just not actively posting on any of the sites and bringing in short-term renters? But they are
Right.
They're not actually using it as a non-conforming entity. They're licensing it. They're not using it to keep that status.
Right. So the question is, how do we then prove that?
Or what conditions define abandonment?
Right.
Yes.
Let's say we subscribe to Granicus, does that become the tool where we define a certain criteria that defines abandonment, and then we face ourselves being challenged with whatever numbers we come up with?
Right.
And
And six-
we
six-
define anything as a short-term rental if you do it like one time, right? So, like,
Right. So theoretically, somebody could list it,
once.
right, once in the 6 months, don't have to rent it out, but they've listed it. We, does that count? It raises a lot of questions that I don't know the answer to. So I would say, email that to me. We'll see if Greg Need thinks.
Sounds good.
And is the condition any different for short-term rentals than rentals and landlords in general?
I think so, because landlords, any is allowed in single-family residential districts. We're not trying to eliminate a nonconformity. So that's the difference. We don't have to prove something because
Right,
we're not trying to get rid of them.
understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just noodling through or working backwards, so is the person, like, we're sitting in March, if it's gonna go to planning commission, they meet in April, so we wouldn't even be talking about this until May, or doing, so like, there's months before anything happens, like, is the concern that people will go out and get a landlord license on their house and just sit on it with the speculation that, like, they would ever use it as a short-term rent? Like, I'm curious what the problem is that we're solving for with that.
It's a point of clarification.
So it sounds like we'll just, if you could just send it and we'll
Yeah.
get Greg a look at it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Sorry, Commissioner
That's okay.
Perry.
I know you're good.
The, the license is subject to revocation, if the property receives two substantiated complaints or violations. Is that permanent?
Is the revocation permanent?
It would be, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any other thoughts before we have a motion? Or don't? All right. Somebody
All
like
right,
to make a
Mayor, I
motion?
move, we refer to the zoning amendment to the planning commission to hold a public hearing and make recommendation to the city commission, and direction to the staff to schedule public hearings for the zoning licensing ordinances following planning commission action.
Second.
All right, may we have a vote?
Commissioner Lenko?
Yes.
Commissioner Schmier?
Yes.
Commissioner Budnick?
Yes.
Commissioner Perry?
Yes.
Mayor Scott?
Yes, the motion carries. All right, board and commission appointments. Could we have a motion?
Mayor, I move the appointment of Connor McCarthy to a full-term seat and reappointment of Jonathan Disbrow, am I saying that right? And Scott Galloway to a second full term on the Pleasant Ridge Planning Commission and Downtown Development Authority. The appointment of Laura Presti to a partial term seat ending March 31st, 2027. The reappointment of Kathleen Bradley to the first full term, and the reappointment of Mark Campbell and Sarah Council to a second full term on the Pleasant Ridge Historical Commission. The appointment of Laura Baugh, and Megan Jennings to full term seats, and the appointment of Pete Gregorio, thank you, to a partial term ending March 31st, 2028 on the Pleasant Ridge Recreation Commission. The reappointment of Doug McElroy and Chris Wolin to second full-term seats on the Pleasant Ridge Arts Council, all terms to expire March 31st, 2029.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, could we have a vote?
Commissioner Schmier,
Yes.
Commissioner Budnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Lenko,
Yes.
Commissioner Perry,
Yes.
Mayor Scott.
Yes, the motion carries. And thanks to everyone that has submitted their applications. We got a lot of applications this time, and it's pretty amazing. So I think we still have a vacancy on the Board of Review, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, thanks to everyone. And if you weren't chosen this time, your name will remain in the list of applications for future years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, City Manager's report.
Nothing specific this month.
I know, it's a quiet March. We're not used to quiet Marches.
Yeah, no, it's only just beginning, but.
It's okay.
Has it started raining yet? I mean, are things gonna fall tonight on me? Thinking of my tree, sorry.
Oh, no. All right. Any other business?
Yes. So one of the things I did forget to bring up were the
Oh,
Giggle
yes.
Pickles. So the Ferndale Middle School Giggle robotics team is called the Giggle Pickles. They are doing a robust effort to help fund their trip to the World Championship because they have been very successful at all of their endeavors, and so to celebrate them, let's all try and pitch in however we can. And they have so many events and things going on. One of them is Go Comedy. It's going to be Saturday, March 28th from 3 to 5 p.m. It's actually all ages, so it's for kids also. So that'll be a fun one up there. There's going to be, what is it, Shawnee? It's the Makers Fair.
Yeah, the Makers Fair, I think it's
It's April 4th.
Okay.
And that's a Saturday, and so it'll be people doing arts and crafts and whatever and selling them up at the community center. And all of the fees for the booths and stuff and tables will be going to help support the Giggle Pickles. They had a very successful euchre tournament last Friday, and we're trying to encourage them to do another one. And but also, if your company or you would be able to help support them in any way, they have to raise a lot of money to get those middle school kids and a parent with them to go down to Houston. And so, anything you can do, just reach out. There's they have so many ways to reach them. Let's see a good way. It has the tinyurl.com/pickles go comedy, or reach out to any of us and we will help get you there. Shawnee knows how to reach them too. But go Giggle Pickles. Also, the women's club trivia, the last one for the season till after summer is this Friday, March 13th, and it helps fund those scholarships for all those kids. That it's very exciting. The trivia has really been a boost to help us do more and more scholarships every year. And so that is this Friday. It's $25 a head or $20 a head.
$20
20, sorry, thank you. And it's so much fun. We put some, even if it's just you or you and one or two other people, we can help put together teams of 8. And it's a blast up at the community center at 7:00 on Friday. So come if you can. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was good.
It was a lot.
Any other? Anything from fire? I'm sorry we missed you earlier.
No, sorry. We're laughing at all the Ferndale Forum posts about why I'm late.
Why are you late?
Wow.
So our federal queue got stuck on our one fire engine. So it was, imagine like a stuck tornado siren, and that's about the decibel of it and the sound of it. And So we're in the street and underneath the truck, and we had the cab tipped up and everything, trying to get to the wires to unhook the siren to get it to stop. So the phone was blowing up going, are we getting bombed? What's going on? We're not getting bombed. We're all safe, and, life is good. So with that, I guess severe weather, it is spring. So just remind everybody, I know we have some thunderstorms potentially moving in tonight. Hopefully they're just for some good sleep and no damage, but just remind everybody, down power lines, stay away, call 911. If trees come down, a lot of times you can't see hazards or if there's wires or anything trapped in there, so just stay away. Again, call us, let us check it out. We want to keep everybody safe, so just kind of keep in mind if there ever is a down power line in your yard, keep fur babies, kids, everybody away from that. Be wary of like touching fences and all those things. So when in doubt, call us, that's what we're there for. And the only other thing, Memorial Day Parade, I know we're starting to talk about that. It's fun, right? That's coming up. So this year, I have a bunch of T-shirts left from that the previous chief bought. There were uniform shirts that my firefighters can't wear anymore. A lot of them are large sizes. So I said, let's just do like they do at the ball games and stuff. So we're going to be throwing them into the crowds as we're going down the parade this year. So you might get a Ferndale Fire Department T-shirt
It's
this
not
year.
New Orleans with beads. You're gonna be.
Yeah, I'm going to throw T-shirts. So I figured instead of them going landfill, let's give them out to our community. So we're going to be throwing away. There'll be night shirts for a lot of people because there's a lot of 2Xs and 3Xs. I just apologize that I didn't buy them. Other than that, I think that's about everything. Just remind everybody to just stay safe and do things. And, Ferndale was able to help Giggle Pickles out with the license that they came to you guys for.
Oh, that's great. The
fundraising.
gambling license
Gambling,
for
yes.
the 50/50.
So I believe they were able to get that on the agenda and get that done for them. So
That's great.
We were able to close that loop. So it's a wonderful thing.
They had a very successful, they did a couple raffles and everything. They had tons of really groovy baskets and
That was last Friday, wasn't it?
they worked
Yeah.
really hard
Yeah.
to
Yeah, so
those families are working hard to get those kids to Houston.
Yeah, and I guess that reminds me too. I don't know if the questions have come up in this community, but with the tornado hitting Southwest Michigan on Saturday, then there was stuff that hit the news to talk about Orlando. I'm trying to get in Florida apparently. Ann Arbor is talking about getting rid of their tornado sirens. So people were talking about this, and so questions started coming up of like, hey, are we looking to do that here? They're talking about just going to like a text alert system and getting rid of the sirens. So just so everybody's aware, the way things work here for us, all the tornado sirens are operated by Oakland County's Emergency Operations Center. And what they do is they kind of warn people in a good way. So if anywhere in Oakland County there's a tornado warning and they're going to have to trigger sirens anywhere, they trigger for the whole county. And so that could cause confusion for some people. You might be down here and go, why are the tornado sirens going off? It's not the first Saturday. The weather looks beautiful. I don't get it. And it's just because another area close by us is. And the reason they alert for the whole county is we know things can change very quickly. And they'd rather people have awareness and go on to turn on the news and things and find out what's going on than not have warning or find out too late. So just be aware how that works. We also have the text alert system that Oakland County does use. People can subscribe to that for free to get emergency alerts from Oakland County. And Ferndale currently is working with Oakland County to be one of the 3 pilot cities to expand it into our small communities. So Oakland County pays for the whole county, but not a lot of subscribers. So they want to work with the communities to get more people in the communities signed up to receive that. And the way their system works is you have the people that would subscribe that are in that communities, but it's also geocached. So if somebody's driving through, it would pick up. And for instance, the little boy that went missing in Madison Heights, if I'm driving through there in the area, my phone's going to go off. Now, some of us kept getting those alerts, and that was a problem with AT&T. The Oakland County had canceled that alert when the little boy was found, but AT&T somehow would
I was getting the next day.
Yeah,
it was caught in a loop on their end, and
no.
it took them a couple days to figure out how to stop sending that. But that was a total AT&T issue and not anything on the county side. But so that system, we're going to try to bring it down locally to expand. When we do that, I'll let you guys know. So even if we could push like subscriptions, and again, it's completely free. People just sign up so you get notifications of hey, emergencies, and we'll have the by signing on as a community, we will have the ability to send messages out if there's something going on in our community. So it won't just come from Oakland County, so we can say, hey, we have this emergency or this going on, and we can let our residents know. So that is something that's in the works right now, we're working on. So that should be going in front of our council, I think the next meeting, and it's going through the board and stuff at Oakland County, but that's something we'll bring local to increase notification messaging we can do for all of us here. So, but if people have questions about that, that's kind of how our alerting system works here, so.
And it wouldn't surprise me that even between Ferndale and Pleasant Ridge, there's still about 10% of people that don't have internet or phone or, you know, like a smartphone. So the notion of getting rid of
Yeah.
a siren just is surprising to me.
Well, the thing
Even
is,
in
if,
Ann Arbor.
Yeah,
like when I'm outside
surprised.
gardening and stuff, I might not be paying attention to my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hear the sirens.
Yeah,
Because I'm
of course.
outside.
And it's
When
not-
you're inside, we know the sirens don't necessarily work well because you may not hear them very well. So that's where the two together are very complementary
Yeah.
to try to increase the opportunity that people actually get warned and notified.
Yeah.
Because neither system is perfect, so I think having them together. So that is what we're gonna have here. And,
Great.
oh, Skywarn. We are hosting a free Skywarn training. Like, I'm all about severe weather tonight. So Oakland County was looking for communities to host the Skywarn spotter training. It's free. It's gonna be March 31st, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
What
our
is it?
Yes,
City
Skywarn?
Skywarn, so it's National Weather Service, so essentially kind of how to be like a storm spotter and stuff. So you can go to their website, I can try to get you a link or look it up.
Like we've got cows.
So it's a National Weather Service program.
Yes.
It's called Skywarn, so if you want to look it up. If you go on their site, you'll have a list of trainings, you'll see Ferndale on there. So it's March 31st, 7 to 8:30. It's completely free, and even our younger people can come. They say from ages 10 and up will get the most out of it. But they can come and you can get a little certification, but we prefer people to pre-register. But if somebody decides the moment of like, hey, let's go, you're welcome to walk in. There's no, requirement to pre-register.
It's called what? Skywarn?
Skywarn.
And they
And-
sign up from the Ferndale Fire
No,
site? Or?
through National Weather Service. I
Oh.
can send Kirsten.
Yeah, send me
Yeah,
that.
I'll send her the link.
Thank you.
I know we
So-
have a couple college students in town who are studying meteorology and are interested in that. So that's very cool.
Yeah, so they host a couple a year. They try to get the training out, and again, it just gets more people in the community that can kind of help and watch and notify, be like, hey, that doesn't look right. And I know that was one of the biggest concerns in Southwest Michigan, that the learning systems didn't get activated.
Yeah.
And every community, how those get activated are different, and that's why I
Okay.
wanted to educate everybody about how ours do. And Oakland County does have a emergency operations center, and they control all the sirens right there, and they have people paying attention, watching this stuff. So that's how our stuff happens here. But other places in the state, it's controlled differently by different people, and unfortunately, there were some lives lost there. Not saying the sirens would have made a difference, but warnings are always good.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah. So I will send you that link, but I think that's all I got now. The rest of our other
That's a lot.
stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I can't think of the last time the sirens went off outside of 1 p.m.
Right.
Outside of 1 p.m.
No, I know, obviously that, but I can't think of outside of that.
Yeah, why would you get rid of them? Like, that doesn't.
No, think about those poor kids in Texas.
Right.
Or, yeah, any softball game.
Seriously.
Meaning, people don't have their phones and stuff on them. It's just weird. Any other things? Guess that's it.
No, sir.
All right. Shall we adjourn?
Adjourn.
Second.
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 Thank everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, why would they?